Welcome to the Insider Reports, brought to you by Zinc Media Arts. I am your insider, C.S. Walker, bringing you observations, ideas, concepts, news, and important information that's going on worldwide. So let's get right to it. Now, I have a question. It's a very simple question. And ladies, I apologize, but please pay close attention. This question is for all the men out there, and in particular, the men that are married with children. Used to love that show. And here's the question. First of all, God bless your families. I know you. I am very sure you love and adore your family, your wife and your children, as it should be. But let's say hypothetically, just hypothetically, bear with me, something happens to your family. And let's say it was a horrible, horrible accident where you lost your wife and one of your children. And let's say this is a story about, let's say, a drunk driver, or let's say an attack on your family because of your certain beliefs, whether it's religion or politics. Now, would you allow the media to be in the same room where your family is laying in bed, suffering in pain? Or would you allow, let's say, a family friend to come in and start taking pictures? Would you allow that? I can answer for myself, and the answer is hell no. And I'm very sure many out there feel the same way. Now, the reason why I asked this question is for the simple fact is that I want to point out the complete and total disgust that is Joe Biden. He is one of the most disgusting human beings I've ever seen in my life. How many commercials are we seeing where these old pictures of the tragic loss of his wife and his daughter are being used for campaign? I mean, think about that. You see these pictures of him kneeling down next to his child, and the camera, and he can't say he didn't see the camera because the camera was right in front of him, according to the picture. The camera had to be directly in front of him. Kneeling at the bedside of one of his children, holding the child's hand, and there's the camera taking the pictures. Click, 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 click. Or how about the one where he's meeting with a member of the leader of a church? I believe it's either a priest or a reverend. And his head is in his hand, and he's like, oh my God. You're going to tell me that nobody saw the camera there either? We have all these pictures that are being shown of Joe Biden supposedly suffering at the loss of his wife and daughter. And the camera is just clicking away. Mind you, back then, there were no cell phones. There were cameras. So he's using the loss of his wife and his child as a campaign fodder. And I'm pretty sure he imagined this stuff way back when, because there's the camera taking pictures. And the only reason why we know is that the camera was there taking pictures is because, well, we have the pictures. So he uses the death of his wife and child, and somebody must have said, hey, Joe, do you mind if we take pictures? This would be great for the future, for when you run for office, to show that you understand the pain and the suffering of the little people. That is one of the most disgusting concepts, one of the most disgusting acts I've seen. Nobody's brought this up. Nobody's brought the fact that this man, and you know what, I got to use the term, and I use that term very loosely. This weasel, and I apologize to the weasel family and the ferrets and all these other creatures that are in the same family, the otter. But you have this spineless jellyfish. Again, I'm insulting the jellyfish. There's no words to describe how disgusting this is. Somebody must have said, "Hey, Joe, do you mind if we take pictures while you're suffering?" And I'm pretty sure he's like, "No, I don't mind. Go ahead." I mean, really. You're taking pictures of your wife while she's dying. You're taking pictures of, excuse me, you allow pictures of your wife while she's dying. You allow pictures to be taken of your daughter while she's dying. So you can use this for campaign. And how do we know it was going to be used for campaign? It's used now. But nobody's questioning that concept. Nobody's bringing up the fact of, why the hell did you let them take pictures? This is something very painful and personal. Oh, it's kind of like taking pictures when you go on vacation. I guess that's his idea. Oh, yeah, memories. I mean, can we get any slimier? Why is it that no one brings this up? Why is it that no one discusses? Why did you have those pictures taken? Nobody's asking that. Nobody's wondering about that. You see the campaign pictures everywhere. In particular on YouTube. I defy you to go on YouTube, go take a look at a video, and for every one Trump campaign, there's about 10 Bidens. And out of those 10, about 5 of them are going to contain those images of his family suffering. The same exact pictures of his family suffering he's using to get elected president. He's garbage. He's slime. He's willing to throw anyone under the bus to get what he wants. He is one of the most disgusting creatures on this planet. If I got something stuck on the bottom of my boot, I would scrape it on Joe Biden. That's how disgusting he is. I'm watching YouTube and I'm taking a look at some videos, and all of a sudden I see the images and I'm like, it's kind of personal to be throwing that up there. Wait a minute, hold on a second. Why did he let them take pictures? Why were these pictures taken? You know what, folks? Go around and ask people. Ask people. Have you seen those pictures of him supposedly suffering when his wife had that car wreck? Did you see those pictures? What did you think of that? And I promise you, most people be like, wait a minute, I never even thought about that. Hold on a second. Now, I'm not saying this because I'm tooting my own horn. I'm saying it because people are so used to politicians doing these dirty, disgusting acts in order to get what they want. That old saying, the ends justify the means. We are now numb to these politicians. We are completely numb to what they do. And it should not be that way. We need to hold them. We need to have them held accountable. Your wife and daughter are dying and you're letting some guy take pictures? Really? So you can use them for campaign images? So you can say, I can relate to the little people. You know what, Joe Biden? Kiss my ass. You and that scumbag son of yours, Hunter, that deadbeat dad. Sorry, I'm getting a little emotional. But when it comes to family, I'm very protective. I'm viciously protective. If somebody's going to hurt a member of my family, I'm going to rip your head off and show you the head to your family so they can see what happens to anybody that messes with mine. But not Joe Biden. Joe Biden will, you hurt a member of his family, he will use that. He will, hold on, let me take pictures. Let me get the photographer. Let me get the photographer so he can take pictures. Because I can use this for a campaign. That's Joe Biden. That's the lowlife that people that don't like Trump, that's the garbage that they picked. That's the filth that they picked. Because the Bernie boys, well, you got sold down the river. Bernie sold you out. Let me say it again. Bernie Sanders sold you out. So don't be surprised if he ends up with another vacation house. The socialist. Yeah, whatever. So, like I said, go around, ask your friends, hey, what do you think about those pictures? Really? Would you allow that? Would you allow a photographer to come in and take pictures of your family suffering? Isn't that kind of private and personal? Really? Just give it a shot. See what happens. Now,